See Zubambalela, oh Bambalela, oh Bambalela, oh Bambalela, oh Bamba 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 Bamba, oh Bamba Bambalela. You must never give up, never give up, never give up, no, never give up, no, never give up, no. Never, 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 no, never, never give up. You must never give up. No, never give up. No, never give up. No, never give up. No, never, 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 never. Oh, never, never give up.
Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to the Emerson Unitarian Universalist Congregation. My name is Jeffrey Jacoby, and I am today's worship assistant. It is so good to be together with you here in person and online. Hi, online people. We come together here with our joys and sorrows, whether we need to rest, or we're ready to take action, or we're ready to cry a little bit. Whether you are a newcomer, or a longtime member, or a friend, all are welcome here. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe that all people are born with worthiness, beauty, and dignity. Whoever you are, and wherever you are on your life journey, you are welcome here. Whomever you love, wherever you were born, whatever language you speak, you are welcome here. Whatever the color of your skin, your background, or your abilities, you are welcome here. We are so grateful that you chose to spend this morning here at our Emerson congregation. If you're in person, we invite you to join us for social time following the service for light refreshments. Our main fellowship hall is on this floor, directly behind the sanctuary, and you can reach it through this hallway here. Our family-friendly fellowship hall with snacks and activities for all ages is upstairs in room 214, accessible by the back stairs or the elevator. After fellowship time, please join us for religious exploration and small group gatherings, as listed on the back of your order of service. It is such a joy to be together here in community. And now, we will light our chalice as our symbol of Unitarian Universalism, and Harley Barron will light our chalice for us. Thank you very much, Harley. And as we light our chalice, in light of our theme of everyday heroes, our chalice lighting words are from Mr. Ralph Waldo Emerson himself. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. Thank you, Harley. And now, in the spirit of love and the beloved community, let's share our congregational affirmation. We need not think alike to love alike. And now let's greet and welcome each other to this new day. Those in the sanctuary, please feel free to turn to your neighbors and offer greetings. And for those online, please use the chat to introduce yourself. Oh, lots of nice greeting going on this morning. That's always good to see. Our opening words are from Lynn Unger. "Breathe," said the wind. "How can I breathe at a time like this, when the air is full of smoke, of burning tires, burning lives?" "Just breathe," the wind insisted. "Easy for you to say, if the weight of injustice is not wrapped around your throat, cutting off all air. I need you to breathe. I need you to breathe. Don't tell me to be calm when there are so many reasons to be angry, so much cause for despair." "I didn't say to be calm," said the wind. "I said to breathe. We're going to need a lot of air to make this hurricane together." And now for our opening hymn, please rise in body or in voice for our opening hymn, which is number 118, "This Little Light of Mine."
Hello, I'm Reverend Christina, Branum-Martin. It is so good to be with you. Wow, there was some music in the house last week, and we had guests in the house helping us with energy and history and a celebration of Black History Month. What a celebration. And thank you, Reverend Kiama, for your part in that. Thank you. Each week we celebrate, we honor, we acknowledge the things on our heart and the joys in our life. And Harley, if Harley is still in the room, I'd love some help with the stones. That would be great. We put stones in the water. Those stones are heavy and they're smooth, and the water receives them with ease. And isn't this exemplative of the complications and contradictions of our life, right? We're going to place the first stone, Harley, in honor of the Cherokee and the Muskogee nations of the indigenous peoples whose land we reside on. The second is in memory of those wrongly enslaved and who labored on this land. And the third seems to be ever present. It is for those who are in current conflicts and war around this globe. And would you put a stone in, Harley, in acknowledgement of these beautiful flowers that are here for a memorial service for Fred Macy this afternoon, and for those who might not have known Fred because you are newer to this congregation. Fred was one of the founders from 1982. His family and his wife will be here, and his 3 children who are grown and my age, grew up in this congregation. The service is at 2:30 and the choir will be singing, so come if you would like to honor Fred. Chloe Annika Ripoll says all are invited to attend a special Kuruma ritual honoring Black History Month. The ministry of Reverend E.N. Hill, who is one of the ministers at UUCA, the larger congregation in Atlanta. Reverend Ian Hill and Chloe and Collective are honoring the shared commitments of our partnering congregations today at 4. After the ritual, there will be performances in both song and spoken word, followed by refreshments, and all are invited. Mary Miller has a joy. She says, never give up, just like that introduction today. Although the Confederate flags come down from the Wildman store in downtown Kennesaw about 6 months ago, yesterday they willingly removed the White History Year sign after many, many years. Never give up. Jeannie Tomanek says, please hold some good thoughts for a family member who needs some help finding their way. And would you put one last one for all the things that are just not ready to be shared yet? Thank you so much, Harley. You did a great job. Will you join me in the Buddhist prayer of loving kindness? May we all be filled with loving kindness. May we all be free from harm and suffering. May we all be well in body, heart, and mind. May we all be at peace. Blessed be.
Each week at Emerson, we receive an offering that is both practical and meaningful. Half of our offering supports our congregation, our staff, our building, religious education, and the many ministries that sustain our life together. The other half of the offering is a spiritual practice. As we pass the basket, we practice gratitude and generosity, reminding ourselves that giving is part of our shared spiritual life. By sharing half of our offering with community partners beyond our walls, we extend our values of love and justice into the wider world. This month, we will share our offering with the Refugee Women's Network, a remarkable nonprofit serving refugee and immigrant women right here in Georgia. For more than 25 years, Refugee Women's Network has inspired and equipped women, many of them survivors of war, conflict, and displacement, to become leaders in their homes, businesses, and communities. Their programs focus on health and wellness, offering support for stress-related challenges such as depression and reproductive health. They help women navigate an unfamiliar healthcare system, new foods, and the physical and emotional challenges of resettlement. We're grateful for their work and honored to share their mission with you today. For those in the sanctuary, as the basket is passed, please feel free to offer a donation or see in your order of service other ways to give. For those online, go to emersonuu.org and select the Giving tab to donate. For children and those with a sweet tooth, there are lollipops in the basket too, so get one while they last. The morning offering will now be given and received with gratitude.
Good morning, good morning. So, can I have the young and the young at heart come join me up here for the story? Okay. It's a great story today. Yes. Hi, everybody. It's so nice to see you this morning. Here, we can scooch this way a little bit. Keep scooting this way so we can make room. We've still got people coming up. Here, let's scoot over this way. All right. Today we have a special story. It is on the night you were born. On the night you were born, the moon smiled with such wonder that the stars peeked in to see you. And the night wind whispered, life will never be the same, because there had never been anyone like you ever in the world. So enchanted with you were the wind and the rain that they whispered the sound of your wonderful name. The sound of your name is a magical one. Let's say it out loud before we go on. Everybody say your name. Michael. Yeah, there. It sailed through the farmland, high on the breeze. Who in the world is exactly like you? Who? Over the ocean and through the trees, until everyone heard it and everyone knew of the one and only ever you. Not once had there been such eyes, such a nose, and such silly, wiggly, wonderful toes. In fact, I think I'll count to 3 so you can wiggle your toes for me. Everybody wiggle your toes, wiggle your toes. When the polar bears heard, they danced until dawn. From faraway places, the geese flew home. The moon stayed up until morning next day, and none of the ladybugs flew away. So whenever you doubt just how special you are, and you wonder who loves you, how much and how far, listen for geese honking high in the sky. They're singing a song to remember you by. Or notice the bears asleep at the zoo. It's because they've been dancing all night for you. Or drift off to sleep to the sound of the wind. Listen closely, it's whispering your name again. If the moon stays up until morning one day, or a ladybug lands and decides to stay, or a little bird sits at your window a while, it's because they're all hoping to see you smile. For never before in story or rhyme, not even once upon a time, has the world ever known a you, my friend, and it never will, not ever again. Heaven blew every trumpet and played every horn on the wonderful, marvelous night you were born. The end. All right, so we're going to do something a little different today because we're going to move into our child dedication service part. So we're not going to go to nursery right now, so if you'll go join your parents, we'll call you up as we go through the process, okay? So everybody go sit with your mom and dad right now. Okay, so let me just warn everybody, we have never had this many children be dedicated before. So this is gonna be like a maneuvering feat to get through all of this. Ooh, hello, that's loud. Ooh. All right, so in our Unitarian Universalist faith, we begin with a simple and radiant truth. Every child arrives among us a holy mystery, a breath of stardust, a spark of becoming, a life never before lived in exactly this way. Across time and across the earth, families have brought their children into sacred community, not to claim them, but to bless them, not to define them, but to surround them with love. For children do not belong only to their parents, they belong to a wider circle of humanity. They belong to the unfolding of life itself. It is our calling to share with them our hopes and our courage, and it is our joy to remember through them the wonder with which we first entered the world. Would these beloved families please bring your children forward? Nikki Atkins and Eric Johnson with Zoe and Isaac. Tony Boyette with Lily. Crystal Turnbloom with Olivia and Noah. And you all just can line right up. Kate Kent with Caladia and Clay. Kappa, are you here? Okay. Sam Neely and Reedy Shaw with Archer. And is Ebony here today? With Luna? Yeah, come on. Yeah, come all the way across here. We don't need to keep coming all the way down. Over. Make room for everybody. Okay. Oh, wait, stop. No, I don't want you to switch sides. I just want you to spread out. There we go. All right. Parents, today you acknowledge something sacred. These children are yours to nurture, but not yours to possess. They are their own becoming, and they are part of this living community.
As friends and family members and companions and fellow travelers in this congregation, we share the sacred privilege of those children's lives and loving them, guiding them, learning from them, and walking beside them as they grow. Parents, we ask you, do you promise to nurture these children with steadfast love? Will you raise them in awareness that they are woven into the greater web of life, honoring the inherent worth and dignity of every being? And if so, will you say, we do?
And now, I invite all of you in the congregation, in body or in spirit, to rise. For these young lives will grow among us. They will laugh in these halls, question in these rooms, and find their voices in this sanctuary. Will you welcome them fully? Will you pledge through your example and your participation to help create a community where they may grow in courage, wisdom, and love? If so, please say, we do. We do. You may be seated.
We will bless these children. Yeah, we're going to see these. Children, we bless you not to change you, for you are already whole, but to remind you that you are held. And we bless you with ancient elements, earth, air, fire, and water, symbols of the great mystery from which all life flows. These elements surround you everywhere we go. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. May all of these elements remind you that you are never separate from the sacred world. I'll read it. First, we bless you with earth, strong and steady. May you feel grounded as the world trembles. May you know the comfort of soil beneath your feet. May your knees be muddied and your hands dirt streaked with discovery. And may you remember that you are made of the same elements as the mountains and the stars. You are earth. And next, we bless you with air, the breath of life. May your lungs be filled with sweetness. May your voice rise in song, in laughter, and in truth. May you whisper your dreams and shout your joy. And may every breath remind you that you belong. You are air. The next one we'll be really careful with. We bless you with fire. Fire, the spark that burns within every living thing. May its warmth remind you of love. May its light guide you towards justice. That's right. Yes. May the light of fire kindle courage in your heart, and may your spirit shine bright in dark places. You are fire. And last, we have water. Water, the cradle of life. May your thirst be quenched. May your tears be honored. And may you splash in puddles and dance in the rain. And may you flow around obstacles and carve your own river through the world. You are water. You want me to do the love part too? And we bless you with love, the great current that moves through all things. I'll let you do the next part. Okay. Oh, here. Here, take this one.
The rose we offer is a symbol of enduring love. Its thorns have been removed, though we know life will still bring sharp edges. When you encounter them, may you remember you are not alone. This community stands with you.
We'll start here. With this rose, I'd like to lead you with the parents through a ritual. First, we will touch your body in the places where energy flows. First, if you could hand the rose to your parent or guardian or family member, or not. You know what? We roll with it. Here we go. Here we go. Thank you. If you would touch the rose to the feet, may these feet walk paths of courage. And may your hands create goodness. And will your thoughts grow wise. And may your words, you can just do your cheek. May your words be kind and true. And may your heart overflow with love. And may you forever embrace the mystery with joy.
Beloved children, we welcome you. We pledge to care for you, to comfort you, to protect you, and when the time comes, to release you with blessing into your own unfolding. You are a miracle among us. You will teach us as much as we will teach you. May your lives be rich with laughter. May wisdom take root within you, and may your spirits bend that are of this world toward love. Today we dedicate you. May we also dedicate ourselves to becoming the kind of community worthy of your bright and beautiful becoming. May it be so. All right, so we're going to send you back to your seat, but we want you to take a book with you. I'll give you your certificates after. And we have a video for you to watch while we get seated.
Come stop your crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For when so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll
walking forward with trepidation. Try it again? All right. Today's service is titled Everyday Heroes, and this was the idea of the person who gave the winning bid at the auction for a sermon collaboration with me. This person, who wants to remain unnamed, defines everyday heroes as a person who might have limitations in their life, things that are out of control, things like chronic illness or disability or difference. Sometimes it might also be the lack of possibility, perhaps being poor or having lack of resources and not having the ability to change the circumstance in their life. And yet, with all of that, they are still decent and responsible and determined individuals. Each day they face it all, even when it's hard. And sometimes they struggle, and they might even fail, but they don't give up. They continue trying to be good people, because that is the choice we are given every day with the things that come across our path. And I look around this sanctuary right now, and I can see quite a few people who don't give up. I see everyday heroes in the people who run the programs here, who offer religious education opportunities for our children. Even just last night, we had this really fun event. The kids went in teams in different cars to get as many points as possible by following instructions to do silly things in public places. Is that a good way to put it, Alex? Silly things in public places. Talk to a stranger, lay down on the ground, and they took photo evidence of all of these things. And they came back and in a competition with each other for fun, gathered points. And you know, the only way to make these kinds of things happen for the children that grow up within this congregation is for the adults to run programs like this. And everyone got a certificate. Some were the most points, some were the most creative, and the others were the most dramatic. And no doubt, I know which category my child was in, the dramatic. You put vibrancy into this community with the energy and actions, and you do this also in your professions and the way you walk in the world, perhaps in the volunteer time that you have available in your retirement and your activism to make the world a better place. I am humbled by your everyday heroism. And the punchline, I was told, for this service is 3 cheers for everyday heroes. Ready? Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! I am a child of the 70s. I grew up watching Fred Rogers' Neighborhood and Sesame Street, and it was Fred Rogers who simply stated, anyone who does anything to help a child in his life is a hero. Another hero was Jesse Jackson, who died this week. In his 20s, he was already organizing, already believing in the spiritual commitment that must show up in our public life and the way we make choices every day. And from his early days, he carried forward a simple but radical message. Those who are pushed to the margins are not invisible. They are beloved, they are powerful, and they are worthy of dignity. Doesn't that sound a little bit like what we stand for here in Unitarian Universalism? He spent a lifetime widening the circle of who we the people includes. And as a child, I remember watching Jesse Jackson lead the children on Sesame Street as he chanted, "I am somebody." Does anyone else remember that clip? Is it available for us to show? No, okay. I'll tell you about it. He gathered about 20 kids sitting on some stairs outside and a stoop, and he said, "Are you ready?" And they said, "Yeah." He said, "Say after me, I am somebody. I am somebody. Even if you're poor, you're somebody. Even if you're on welfare, I am somebody. Even if you're short, I am somebody. Even if you're young, even if you don't know how to read yet, I am somebody." And he went on, and basically he empowered these children to see them fully as they were growing and developing into the people they were to be, that they are somebody. And I know that message I took to heart. I think that it's clear that heroes come in different ways, with different words, and certainly he was a hero for me. You know who I also think are heroes? People who make choices with simple things like walking with their feet. Do you know the Buddhist monks walked step by step from Texas to Washington, D.C. for 109 days? Their aim was to promote compassion and mindfulness and nonviolence. And I gathered with my children as they walked through our neighborhood and came here through Atlanta. And there was a sense of reminder that we can be who we need to be in the world just by simply being who we are and by bringing change from our heart out into the world. And I saw this when I was in Minneapolis a few weeks ago, too. I saw everyday people literally fighting fascism and white supremacy and racial profiling, one small act at a time. Neighbors were gathering food, often in people's garages or in a congregation's fellowship hall. Big cases of apples and oranges and loaves of bread had to be divided up into separate bags. And people couldn't come to get those boxes and bags of food because they were cloistered in their homes. So strangers with an address on a piece of paper would drive or walk a bag of food and just put it on the porch. And you know, everyday heroes sometimes drive minivans. Those minivans were people who were also given a list of children to pick up at those homes in the morning and to get them safely to school, because the parents did not feel safe to let their children walk to school or take the bus. I say with a heavy heart that we might need to be driving our minivans too. Just this past week, the Marietta Police Department formalized its partnership with federal ICE programs. Our local police officers here in Marietta have been given the power to ask about their immigration status and make arrests that before were only limited to immigration officers. We are the everyday heroes of this world right now. And our namesake, Ralph Waldo Emerson, the Unitarian minister whose legacy we carry forward, wrote, "To know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded." This is our collective call. This congregation has been witness to everyday heroism since its formation. Let me tell you a little about the founding members of Emerson. On May 1st, 1982, at a potluck meeting in the backyard of Fred and Marjorie Macy, 25 people gathered together. They had been realizing that they wanted a place to be together and raise their children, and a place that supported the values in which they held and the world in which they wanted to see. They signed an application for fellowship to be a new congregation with the Unitarian Universalist Association. And there is a photo of that group along with 3 children that are along the hallway here with many photos. And May 1st is their official day. So we celebrate the birthday of Emerson on the first Sunday of May every year. We call it Founders Day. And this year, we will honor Fred Macy today and Marjorie, who is the remaining founder. The children that are in that photo will be a part of the service today. And their congregation, which was in the building affectionately called the Little Yellow Church. How many of you were in the Little Yellow Church? I know there's some out there. How beautiful to see such an extension into forward time. Everyday Heroes sometimes looks like a board president. Sometimes it looks like a choir member. Sometimes an everyday hero looks like a religious education teacher or a treasurer. And it is anchoring a legacy into the future that makes you a hero. Fred Macy, one of the heroes that we honor today, had a lasting legacy for his children. He organized his thoughts, supposedly, over 20 years ago in a simple file folder that was just labeled funeral. He put together quotes and thoughts and things to him that were important in his life. He chose hymns that sung to his heart. And he had this beautiful quote in there, and I want to share it with you. This is from George Bernard Shaw. I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community, and as long as I live it, it is my privilege to do for it what I can. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die. Life is no brief candle for me. It is a sort of a splendid torch which I got to hold for just a moment, and I want to make sure it burns as brightly as possible before handing it on to the future generations. That torch has been passed from him to us now. And we've got you, Fred. We'll take it from here. May you rest in peace. We are the everyday heroes and the future leaders of Emerson, and we will support the families as we did today in this child dedication service we witnessed. We will be the everyday heroes that makes the world a better place. There's a poem by Marge Piercy called The Low Road. What can they do to you? Whatever they want. They can set you up, they can bust you, they can break your fingers, they can blur your mind with drugs till you can't walk, till you can't remember. They can hurt you, they can take your child, they can wall up your lover. They can do anything that you can't blame them from doing. And how can you stop them? Alone. You can fight and you can refuse and you can take revenge, but it is hard to do it alone. But 2 people fighting back to back can cut through a mob A snake dancing file can break up a cordon, and an army can meet an army. Two people can keep each other sane, can give support, conviction, love, hope, sex. Three people are a delegation, a committee, a wedge. And with four, you can play bridge and start an organization. With six, you can rent a whole house. You can eat pie for dinner. You can hold a fundraising party. And a dozen can make a demonstration. 100 can fill a sanctuary. A 1,000 can have solidarity and even your own newsletter. 10,000, power and your own newspaper. 100,000, your own media, and 10 million, your own country. It goes one on one at a time, and it starts when you care to act. It starts when you do it again, even when they said no. And it starts when you say we and know who you mean. It means all of us. And each day you mean to add one more. We are the everyday heroes. Hip, hip, hooray. Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." And, I'm wondering, I think Harley might have gone to the other room. Harley's there. Wonderful. Come on up.
Thank you, Harley, for joining me for the chalice extinguishing. We extinguish this chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world until we are together again. Perfect, thank you. Just a couple of announcements. Next week, we have our Minister Emeritus, Reverend Jeff Jones. And if you've ever seen him before, you know he's always has a very, very powerful message to share. And it's called Ego and the Wisdom of Jesus, Transforming Heart and Mind. As we know there are many interpretations of the life and death of Jesus, and we're going to look at the non-dual Jesus, the Jesus who urged us to be fully present with others, the Jesus who urged us to be free of ego and to not keep score of rights and wrongs. This Jesus advocated for the transformation of human consciousness, so please join us next week. And there is one more addition to the back of the order service for second hour activities. There is a class on tech support for new Emerson email addresses, and that is going to be in the library, which is room 124 during second hour.
And we've moved that to next week.
So make sure you're prepared for next week. And just before our service ends, I just want to say thank you so much to all the kids who were dedicated today. Anybody who's holding a rose, even if it doesn't have petals on it anymore. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy we have kids in our congregation. You do so much for our congregation, especially giving somebody for the story troupe to tell our stories to. And now go in peace and take peace wherever you go.